y'all? Welcome to the Morning Cup of Culture Show. It's your girl, Brooke Black. I'm out here in Massachusetts with the one and only Lingo, with the goon mode, grind mode ciphers. Say what's up, Lingo.
What's good, everybody? How you doing?
It's been a beautiful journey over here to Rhode Island, but right now I'm in Massachusetts. I'm in the studio with the master himself. The madness is crazy. So you guys stay busy all the time. You guys just released the Raw Island Volume 1.
Yep. That was an event we shot a couple weeks ago, right out in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island. Shot like three ciphers that night. Had a full lineup of performances, and so yeah, stay tuned for more of those.
So when it comes to deciding who's on the cipher, how does that play out?
We travel a lot, so like once or twice a month we hit different cities. So we put out an open call and target like the demographic in that city. So we target artists out there through either Google ads, Facebook ads, and we reach out through artists that we already know in the area and promoters. So we tap in with them. We have them submit music. We go through all the submissions, and then we choose like the top to send the invites to.
So when you say top, what does that ingredient consist of? What do they have to be the top tier to get on the cipher?
You gotta have bars. we're heavy on the with the underground. We're heavy on the lyrics, so you gotta have bars. You gotta have originality, flow, and show potential, because not everyone is at the same level or the same point in their career. So just because I listen for potential, because I remember where I was when I started, and we don't automatically be like count people out. But if you hear, I don't know, there's just times that I hear something like, I know if this kid gets his chance, he's gonna show out, and then this could set him on the right path. Like 3 years from now, he could be like making some amazing stuff.
So when I say the term grind mode, how does that make you feel?
Proud.
I love that. Taking pride in your craft. So you
Yeah.
started around 2015?
No.
With the mixtapes?
No.
Okay, educate me.
So we grind mode the mixtape series that started in 2006. First, we did
Way
three of the grind mode mixtapes, and then after that, in 2011 is when we switched from the mixtapes to the video series.
2011. Okay. So with your camp, it's crazy because I have been watching you. You came out to Utah for the Bring the Noise Cypher, which was epic to watch that go down and see how that played out with all the intricate parts that are moving. So when it comes to your team, obviously there's a powerhouse of talent behind you, but how do you make all the components come together to come in such a concise effort to be grind mode?
Oh man, it's I don't know, a lot of moving parts, but we got a strong team. My homie AOK, huge part, helps me coordinate everything. Um, he helps me keep the other all the working parts moving, so I can focus on what I got to. And and then we got Trip B and Johnny Concepts, two other main integral parts of the company, and they host our Behind the Grind show, which is like it shows it's a deep dive into the different artists, and they do like an hour interview with the artists that people like seeing on the ciphers, so you learn their backstory and not just hear them and see them in the music. And then we got the homie Cynical, who just did the new website. He does video editing for us. We got Linnell from Still Ill. He does video editing, and he's our DJ for all the New England events. So yeah, we got a lot of Brothers Inc. Our T-shirt man. He's been doing our merch since day one. The very first grind mode shirts, all the way back in 2011. He's been printing since then. So
damn, that's a long time to have a camp.
Yeah.
So how do you keep everyone together? Do you guys have weekly meetings? Do you have monthly meetups? Like how do you keep moving forward as far as like the orchestration to get the events together?
We just have crazy group chats.
Group chat, okay.
Yeah, those things. Yeah. We have a few different ones for different. We have different ones for each event, but for like the main team, we have yeah one crazy one where all the business goes through. But then I mean we travel so much that we see each other at least once twice a week, and then we're on the road every couple of weeks. So yeah.
So, being the CEO of your company, do you ever have to take a back seat and get advice from someone? Like, do you have business lawyers? Do you have anything like that that you um, kind of keep in line with what the vision of grind mode is?
Um, Not so much lawyers as only when we have one or two problems over the years with bad contracts with bigger name feature artists not delivering, and then having to go through legal routes for that. But no, I mean we're real grassroots. I got my business degree, marketing communications, so I use everything that I learned there. AOK is like super in depth and for social media and stays on top of the trend. So always learning, and yeah, we all do our part. Try
Try
to
to keep it moving.
keep learning and adapting, because that's the biggest thing. You always got to be ready
So,
to pivot.
who's Lingo? Because you have who you are as a father, who you are as a man. But when it comes to the artist Lingo, how do you separate from the company and get in the cipher?
um, I don't really. So I don't see it as like separating anymore. I've been lingo for so long, so I was originally linguistic when I started, but then I shortened it. This was like 2000 is when I took that name and then shortened. It was only like 2001, 2002 where I shortened it, and then since then that's just I've always gone by it. It's like it's like weird to hear people call me by Ryan. There's very few people that call me by that, so I don't really separate it. It's because grind mode is all that I do, like all the time. So it's not a turn something off. Even when I have uh, you know picking up, dropping off my daughters from school, I'm still like it's still
You're still
got business
dead.
calls, still got yeah, and still working. It doesn't the grind doesn't stop. So there's no like turning it off and on. Just
So when it comes to linguistics and when it comes to creation, you have a very distinct sound on the cipher versus your music.
mm-hmm.
You also are a producer, so you're creating the instrumental or the beat that you're rapping to. Do you ever how do you decide I'm gonna go this style on this track, or I'm gonna, maybe be more musical on this track?
um, it's all how I feel that day. It's all mood. It's all capturing the moment. So because it's a creative outlet always. So sometimes you're in a mood and you got some anger or you're feeling a vibe and you gotta yeah. I let the mood and then the music speak to me and it, it
Comes
yeah.
together. Okay. So when it comes to the cipher, that's where the magic comes from, is just kind of staying in the moment or
Um
staying in the mood, as you said.
with the ciphers, it's ciphers. So we use that to really like it's like sharpening your sword because it's like you're gonna be on there with artists from all over the country, sometimes different countries, and you know you gotta show out. So you know that they're gonna bring their A game, and it's always that's like a way to like continually test your pen and your writing skills, and try new things out and impress the our core audience for the ciphers are people looking for some of like the craziest lyrical stuff, and so you always got to
Facts.
keep pushing. You got to keep pushing it on that. So that's what I use the ciphers for that, and then on my album, what I tend to focus on, storytelling or situational and stuff that you've been through, because that's like more personal. Less don't really do many features besides like my really close crew on my solo albums, and use that to talk about my story. things that I go through.
When it comes to the storytelling, as you said, I feel like there's a component missing in today's quote unquote hip hop. Um, if you could choose any musical genre and incorporate it into hip hop, which musical genre would you choose?
Oh, that's tough. I already I weave so many in already. But including into hip hop, I don't know. I think I'd go reggae.
Okay, some
Because
reggaeton.
no, like real rootsy,
Real,
yeah, real
okay,
rootsy.
okay.
Because I came when I started playing piano, I was like jazz and classically trained, and then through jazz and my grandfather, I got into reggae and the crossover with ska and reggae and just like that the island groove and the storytelling in reggae is crazy. Going back to Toots and the Maytals and like Bob Marley and the they always it's real parallel to hip hop how it started with like oppression stories and struggle, and so there's yeah, I would say reggae vibes.
Okay, I like that. When it comes to different music that you listen to, is there any music that you're embarrassed to admit that you like?
Oh no, not embarrassed. Oh, I love pop. I listen to pop. Well, I make pop. I listen to pop. Psst. Jonas Brothers are crazy. I love the Jonas Brothers. AJR. Like, there's some really uh, good artists that you wouldn't expect, or you wouldn't expect. I don't know, like hardcore, like underground rappers to listen to. But no, there's yeah, AJR is probably one of like the best like musical groups I've heard in I'd say the last decade. They're so creative and their production style is insane, and they have a lot of hip hop influence in their production, and the songwriting is just their storytelling is amazing. So
Speaking of influence, what kind of music do you play for your daughters?
they love pop. We listen to pop all the time. Yeah, they love singing, so they everything from Bruno Mars to Dua Lipa to they really like you know the happy, dancey, up tempo stuff. So
So you've been in the spotlight for many years. Is there ever a moment that you could go back to that might have been embarrassing or uncomfortable as an artist?
um, I remember one of the first open mic I ever went to. Uh, I got booed. It was rough.
That's
It
tough.
was like '99 in Providence, and the scene was real different. It was like there was no internet, like it was still dial-up modem, so it was like you had to be there in the flesh, and it was like yeah, it was a similar vibe to like when you watched 8 Mile and you saw how it was in the shelter in that movie. That's how like East Coast open mics were. Like if you weren't bringing it, people would boo
Let you
you, talk
know.
shit, and like yeah, and they'd be like, all right, next. And it wasn't the where you went up and perform a song. Like the DJ was spinning a beat, you hopped on, it was your turn, you grabbed the mic, and you either killed it, and if you weren't, they would let you know, and then came back the next week, came back the next week, and then kept kept earning my respect until then it was like, oh shit, yep, he's here, he's part of it. So
With the knowledge and experience and wisdom you have in today, what is something that you would give your younger self as like a leg up in the game?
um, hmm, there's a lot. uh, oh, to I don't know about. I would say I did it, so but uh, to stay with it. I saw so many artists over the years that I work with give up after a few years, and like they say, the an overnight success takes 10 years at least, and if you stay with it, no matter how, like, if you're consistent and you put out music and you continue to do it, when you hit that decade mark, whether you're famous on a big level, small level, you're still going to have you're going to have a following, you're going to have people, you're going to have a body of work, and you're going to have gained respect, and probably uh, by that time you learn the ins and outs, and you learn that it's not about what other people think. It becomes more fulfilling to you, and the longer you stay with it, and then you end up attaching to more people, and more people are feeling the music because you've learned about yourself more. And yeah, so many artists don't reach that point because they get discouraged after like the 2 or 3 years, and it's like, oh, nothing's happening. Oh, I'm not getting booked enough. I'm not getting enough streams. I'm not getting, and they give up instead of knowing that it's a
Perseverance.
long road. It's a long
It's going
road.
back to branding right
Yeah.
there, staying in the grind. So when the term grind mode is stated, how how can one stay focused when so much is happening in the world? Like how do you keep your head in the game? What is it that keeps grind mode the focus?
Mm, passion, like, yeah, just it's it's what I do, and I gotta do it. So gotta gotta keep moving. You got goals, aspirations, and they all go through this, and it's a great ride, and it's what we love to do. So it's crazy hard work and long hours, but at the same time, it's um, like it's great.
Let's go left for a
Yeah.
second. So one dish that you have to eat for the rest of your life, what's at the table?
Oh man. Oh, one the whole. I'll die. I'll die in a month if I pick one of my favorite dishes. The
Die from starvation or die
no die
from
from, oh
calories?
my god, from I'll get like,
Caloric
uh
content?
I'll get no, I'll get diabetes in like a month. Like this, I'll go with the cinnamon roll pancake from Days
Oh, okay.
with the fried chicken, the tenders on top, and then a scoop of vanilla ice cream because it's great. But yeah, I'll be dead in a month if I had to eat that every meal.
All right, let's go back. Let's go back. So you've got a heat wave contest running right now as we
Yes.
speak. What is it? How do people get involved? What's the key to getting into that contest?
So first, I put out the Heatwave beat pack, and every probably like 3 or 4 months, I've been doing a beat pack. So I take beats that I've produced over the last 2 decades, and this pack has 20 beats in it. $20 for 20 beats, and you're getting the non-exclusive license, but you can put it on all streaming platforms and make money. You can monetize everything, and the beats range all the way back to 2005 to this year. So you're getting a wide range and variety of sounds and styles. And then after we put out the beat pack, we do the contest. So anyone who purchases the beat pack, all they have to do is make a song, send us a song, and then we're going to put up the songs for the people to listen to. We have judges, and then we're going to pick uh, we have prizes for the top three, cash prizes, promo, putting the songs out on our channel with our channels that have 100,000 plus followers. So yeah, and it's all you do is you buy the beat pack, make a song, send us a song, and that's it. And
Now they have till November 1st to get
um,
submissions in.
I believe so.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Now you guys have released so much. It was a lot to add to
Yeah.
this little snippet. So Bars at the Barbecue was released on September 8th.
Yes.
What's that about? Obviously the Cypher is an energy that people are familiar with, but
Mm-hmm.
Bars at a Barbecue, unpack that for me.
Bars of the Barbecue is that's one of our favorite events every year because it's an annual barbecue right here at the studio on this property, and it's we've been doing it even before the ciphers. I always had an annual barbecue here dating back like, oh man, 15, 16 years. So then when we started grind mode, we incorporated the ciphers into it and made it a way to give back to like all of our artists that support and rock with us all the time, because then like I provide all the food and alcohol, and we just have it, it's a party. It's a straight up party, and food and drinks and games and music. And now the last 2 years we've incorporated performances, so we have like we got the whole speaker set up and people rocking live performances, and just it's a great time.
You always bring the good energy. Speaking of parties, you guys have a party this weekend in Chicago. What's
Yeah.
happening in Chicago?
So I think it's like an hour outside. We're going to be in Sandwich, Illinois at Corrals for Midwest Mayhem. Shout out to Ray Real, the homie. He's been rocking with us for a long time. And he's put together this event. We're going to be out there. We got 5 ciphers going down. I think we got like six performers, a few from I think four from out in the Chicago area, and then myself and AOK and our Two Face Media fam coming in from Wisconsin and Minnesota, the 2 parts of the crew. So yeah, it's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a
a party.
yeah.
I love it. I'm so excited for you. That's gonna be so much fun. The last question I'm gonna ask, and we'll wrap it up here. So when it comes to the questions that I've asked, and I mean, I'm new to who Lingo is, right? I'm new to grind mode, but it's not something that other people are new to. So if you were me and you were asking the questions, what question would you ask yourself that I have not asked that's important to people who are tapped in with grind mode and who Lingo is as an artist?
um, um, I don't know where. Yeah, I don't know that one. I think where can you find the music? Everywhere. The website. No, I don't know.
Grindmodecypher.com for anyone who has not tapped in with that website.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't think I can't think of anything that I would ask myself that you haven't right now.
Okay, well, if you
Just
can think of
cover
a
it.
question to ask, tap in on Sunday Night Grind. Is that right?
Yes,
They're
something like
on
that.
YouTube. They go live. I got to witness it last night. It was such a beautiful event, very intimate setting with your crew and those that are interested in getting reviews for their music. You can submit music and get on the spot reviews. So I think that's important to the culture. So actually, I do have one more
Mm.
question.
Yes.
When it comes to storytelling and content in today's music,
Mm.
how can we get back to what you're doing as an artist on a community level?
Um, it starts with the listeners, because the listeners have to make the choice to support more than they're fed on just the radio, because there's so much good music coming out, but you have to find it, and you have to be able to embrace it and not uh, have the mentality where it's like, oh, yeah, I heard it, but you don't tell anybody about it. Or then somebody blows up and you're like, oh, well, I've been listening to them for years. It's like, why didn't you tell your friends that? Because if you had told your friends that, they would already be on to this good music. And you need to let people know about the good music so that you have choices, and you can, you know, embrace new artists that have conscious lyrics, or, great storytelling, and just to have a variety, because not it's not that everything on the radio is bad, but we don't have a variety. We only have what they give us, and it tends to all sound the same. It has its place in the game, but it can't be the only thing that you get fed. You need different flavors. So
Morning Cup of Culture, we don't say goodbye. We build communities and make music. If you want to be a part of the conversation, if you have some ideas, hit me up, morningcupofculture@gmail.com.